Guys, and welcome back to a brand new vlog. If you haven't seen me before, my name is Lillith and I am a full service sex worker, also known as an escort, based in Brisbane, Australia. Now it is currently a Tuesday, so if I'm remembering right my timeline, the cyclone hit about 4 days ago. Things are very much starting to get back to usual. A lot of the stores don't have essentials, so there's no milk or bread anywhere. But other than that, things are starting to return. Out in the suburb, there is still a lot of really bad flooding. And of course, there are a couple of like main roads and things like that closed. But I am back to work today. I've had a deposit come through this morning. We were discussing it late last night for an hour booking at 6. It's currently about 2 p.m. I've gone to the gym and got ready, and I do have some customs that I've got to get done. So pretty much I'm going to take you guys along for the ride with me. This week is going to be so busy, and I'm not sure how I'm going to cut up the vlog. I'll probably do it in like 3-day stints again, just because there'll probably be a lot of content. But particularly towards the end of the week, it's going to be really, really busy for me, which is great because there was a week there where I haven't seen a client since last Tuesday because of the flood. So, and it being Tuesday today, I had a full week of no bookings because nobody could get here and nobody had power. Anyway, that's the update. For right now, I still need to clean up my place before this booking. You can see there's Stanleys and mess everywhere. Pretty much, I need to duck across to the grocery store and, if possible, find some food. I do have some left, but I am running pretty skint now. I also need to get some bicarb soda because my carpet was flooding and I've sucked it all out in my carpet cleaner, but it is going to get moldy, so we need that. Run across and do that now, and then I'm going to come back and get working on inquiries because I have heaps of them, and then also the custom photos for a long time client of mine. So yeah, that's pretty much the update. As I am back from running across to the grocery store, there's fucking nothing left in the grocery shop. The trucks haven't been able to get here yet since the cyclone. There was no bicarb soda, which was the main thing I went to get, but I was able to get a few other things that weren't really as essential but were still needed. Sprite. I have no more zero sugar soft drinks in my fridge at all, and I need these for work. Sometimes the guys don't want water, they want a soft drink, and then I just look like an idiot if I don't have any no sugar option. Also, I drink the no sugar. Anyway, second up, we have some Dettol soaps. These are the ones that are really good for like after gym for me because they actually sanitize the body, not just being like a fancy smelling soap. So I got a pack of those. A bit of cat food because unfortunately last time I stocked up they only had the fish one, and they're going to get so sick of it if they have to have the same thing every day. I also grabbed this. Now my cats do normally eat like a proper expensive dry food. Issue is with the floods, I don't know when that's going to get here, and they have half a bag of dry food left, even though I thought I had overbought. Dishwashing liquid, which has exploded in the bag. Great. This was really essential because I literally had none left, so that was really needed. Some more interesting stuff for you. This, which is brand new over at Woolies, pistachio cheesecake. I'm so excited. This is $8.50. I'm gonna eat one of these literally right after filming this. 2 protein bars. This, which was a rip-off. This was nearly 20 bucks for this. These are just up and go proteins. I don't normally have a whole lot of up and goes, but I saw them and I kind of felt like getting them. So that's that. As we scoffed down that motherfucking cheesecake, it was good, but it's not as good as the protein blueberry one, which I'm obsessed with. I love that shit, but they didn't have any left in stock. And the protein one is like double the price, but it's also, I don't know, a fucking quarter of the calories. Anyway, I am just gonna start prepping for these photos now. Pretty much the only thing he's asked for is that it's a set of 10, and then I am fully naked in the photos. So I've got to be a bit creative here. Obviously, like, it's easy to do like 4 or 5 photos just that are nice nudes, but given that there's so many of them, I do feel like I need to be a little bit creative in what I am doing, because otherwise they're just all going to look so similar, like 10, you know, and I've got so many already on my page, like so much content on there. I need something to be a bit different about them. I think he said his intention is for it to be like a phone screen or something like that. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I have like I'm going to find it and then I'm going to continue the vlog around it. So it's not clothing. It is a piece of jewelry that goes over your tartars and is obviously completely see-through. Like, as you can see, the spacing between each thing, like you can see skin through it. I'm going to try to do 1 or 2 photos with this just so that there is some variety in the photos, because otherwise, like, I would be bored out of my brain if I spent $100 for just 10 Nikes. Like, I'm going to try to be a bit creative. So I'm going to use that just for a couple. So if he doesn't like them, it's only like 1 or 2 of his photos. And now I need to get creative. Like, what am I going to take the photos in front of? Am I going to do some of me laying down, some of me standing up? Who knows? Quick little check-in, and I am watching Caleb hammer if you hear that in the background. So I've just finished taking the photos, the customs. I actually ended up with about 20 good images, and he'd only paid for 10. 3 of them weren't really like serious photos, they were just funny stuff. Like, I'm like the kind of nudes that you giggle at. So anyway, I sent them through 15, including those 3 really funny ones, because somebody needed to see them, because like they had me in fits. Like, I was cackling about them. So he got 3 funny ones as extras and 2 extra serious ones. So I don't normally send extra photos, but I'd already taken them and they were good. And that way, if some of them aren't what he wanted, there is more variety. Yeah, because sometimes you take photos and like, you might get 5 fucking good ones out of 10 photos. Like, it really depends, but a lot of the photos I took were good. I've also had 5 extra ones that I don't think he's gonna want, because I just can't see them being like a phone screen kind of vibe. So I've slapped them on the feed on OF as like a little freebie, being like, these are the photos that I didn't select as the custom. So anyway, that is done, which is great. I've still got 2 hours until this booking at 6 o'clock, which is great. That's heaps of spare time. I have had even more pre-bookings come through for this week, which is crazy. And I'm very, very grateful, because I really do need to be working about double what I would normally work to make up for last week. So I'm really glad the universe is giving me the opportunity, and I'm going to seize it. I am going to work as hard as I can. This is chaotic. We're just getting that, you're getting that camera angle. I'm sorry, chaotic vlog. I've just finished the booking that was made with a client I've seen before. He's so lovely. He's so sweet. He even bought me chocolates. He's got like a little thing of Ferrero Rochers. He's such a little fucking, well, he's not little. He's such a little sweetheart that's a gentle giant. Anyway, had a great booking. Right before he got here, I got a message from, this way, it'll be less chaotic. I got a message from a client I've seen before who does short notice, and he wanted to see me in that time slot. And I said, no, babe, like, somebody else is here. Somebody else is already pre-booked. And he was like, oh, okay. He's like, well, can I see you after? And I said, sure. Like, do you want to do an hour after? And he was like, no, like 15 minutes after the last one. So I'm going to be literally 15 minutes back to back. I should not be filming this clip. That's why it's so chaotic, but that's the check-in. And this is the reality. Actually, this is the first time I've ever had bookings this close together. I don't normally do this. I don't normally allow this. Look at the state of me. And now I've got to see another one. Anyway, that's the update for the vlog. I will re-update you guys properly and not be chaotic after this one. Guys, I'm not showing you my chin. Actually, I'll show you for 1 second. Yeah. My acne is wild right now, and I just don't want it in the vlog. I don't want to worry about it. So this is the angle you're getting. Pretty much finished the second booking. Again, I've seen him before. Went in the shower, washed off my makeup. We have a massive party booking that's being planned for Friday night. So I've been in the group chat trying to send all of the girls links to this client so that he can pick which ones he wants. So that's what I've been doing. But I am really happy because both clients did an hour, but both clients paid for bareback blowjob. So I made $2,400 off those 2 bookings that were 15 minutes apart. I don't feel that exhausted, because neither of them were like aggressive or like really hard or anything like that. Like, by hard, I don't mean the eggplant. I mean like really hard to please. I feel pretty good considering I had 2 back to back. Like, to me, I just feel like I've done like a 2.5 hour booking. So I'm not like, all in all, I'm not angry about it at all, because I made all that money so fast. But yeah, pretty much that's the update. I should also mention in this vlog, my client from yesterday that had to cancel, that had the 3-hour booking. I said to him, oh, don't worry, like, it's not your fault that we're flooding. You're from a different state, and of course your flight got cancelled. I'll just deposit transfer you. Like, that's not his fault. And I know he's a real legit client. Like, I've seen him many times before. So I did the deposit transfer, and like, his way of saying thank you for doing the deposit transfer was to send me $250 and say, shopping spree. I think I have some of the best clients in the business. I am pretty sure. Anyway, I think that's it for tonight. Well, obviously it's it for working, because I've taken all my makeup off. I need to make some real food and not just be eating chocolate. I want to try to get the vlogs done and then go to bed. I do need to be up at a decent time tomorrow because I have a 5-hour booking. So yeah. Good morning, guys. I have just woken up. It is now the next day, Today I have a 5-hour booking at 2 p.m. It's currently 10:20 in the morning. Today my goal is to go to the gym and do this booking. Both of those can get done. I did get all the vlogs edited last night, uploaded, thumbnail done, everything, which I'm really happy about because that was like the last thing on my to-do list. So yeah, today's a big booking. This is a client I've seen like quite a few times before. I think I mentioned those are his custom photos as well. Anyway, I'm half a fucking sleep. I definitely should not be vlogging in this state because my brain is not working yet, but that's the update for today. So guys, quick little vlog check-in. I did end up going to the gym like a good girl. I'm so glad I did. I've still got 45 minutes to spare. That was my concern, was that I was going to go to the gym and I was going to be way too stressed and not have enough time to get the place clean and like perfect before the client got here, especially because I had like heaps of laundry out on the balcony and little shit like that I needed to get done. Anyway, 45 minutes and I am ready, besides the cats being put into this room. Again, I've seen this client before, so I'm not particularly like worried or anything about the booking. I know for a lot of people, they probably really work themselves up when it's a 5-hour booking. But again, I've seen this client like a fair few times before, so I'm just not really worried. I do have some more contact from the guy with this massive 20-girl booking on Friday night. He's just been asking for hotel recommendations and stuff, and I have sent him a few, mostly ones that are close to me, good ones that are close to me. There is only one that is really good that's not close to me, so I just left that one out. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. Like, I've never done any sort of booking like that before. I have done party bookings for a client who was like a regular of mine in the strip club. So when I did big party bookings with a lot of girls for him, nobody was doing full service. It was just dancing. And those were always so much fun. I really miss him. Unfortunately, he cannot see us anymore for reasons that cannot be disclosed. It'll be very different with it all being full service goals, and I'm really excited to document that for the vlog. But yeah, pretty much for now, I need to go on my ad, which is what I'm doing at the moment while talking to you guys, tapping away on my bloody laptop to check what my price is for 5 hours. I know, isn't that so bad that I don't know my own price for 5 hours off the top of my head? I definitely do know all of my, like, what a half an hour, what an hour, what a 2 hour is off the top of my head, because they're like the most frequently booked. But for the longer bookings, sometimes I just forget, and because my hourly rate changes down to 700 on the long ones, it's just a lot of math to do in my head, so I'm just going on to check. Quick vlog check-in. That weird mark, that's the air fryer, and that's what's holding you in place right now. So don't mind that. Just finished up that booking, literally, I think it's been like 5 minutes since he left, and yes, a lot of my makeup is missing. I was doing a lot of, so of course it's gone. This is the money. He actually showed up with way too much money, which I gave him back because he owed me $4,000 plus the $200 deposit. So he literally tried to give me like $5,400. Gave the rest of it back. Anyway, these are not from him. These are from my client from last night, my first one. The one that was actually pre-booked in, not the guy that impulsively came. And I couldn't eat these because they have nuts, and my client today has like really severe nut allergies, which he was saying, oh, I feel so bad like that you couldn't eat the Ferrero Rochers because of me. It's actually great because I have no fucking self-control when it comes to chocolate, do I? And the only way to stop me from eating the chocolates is to tell me you're going to die if I eat them. So I'm actually very grateful that these are still here, because if he wouldn't have been coming for this booking and I couldn't eat nuts, I would have already eaten these last night. So honestly, it's been a blessing. Anyway, had a great booking. I was very hyperactive, unfortunately, bouncing off fucking walls like a spastic, like I do. Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm starving. Like, I'm so hungry. And I didn't notice how hungry I was in the booking, because obviously, like, I'm distracted. I'm yapping, I'm talking, I'm doing my own thing. So honestly, didn't really realize. I'm really fucking hungry now, so I need to eat something other than the fucking chocolate, because that's not going to really do much, is it? Normally in like these kind of long bookings, I will do something like maybe like a little cheese platter, or maybe like crackers and deer paw. Sometimes we'll go across the road and like get some fast food or something to eat. But this client has like a lot of allergies and things like that. I've seen him many times before. So it makes it a bit harder for me to like put together a cheese platter, because I don't even know if some of the things are within the allergy restrictions and stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'm really hungry, but I had a lot of fun. I've literally like been bouncing off walls for at least 3 hours of the 5, and I feel really bad. I've probably given him a headache. The ADHD is coming out full rampant, and I'm like, wow, just very high energy to the point where it probably was annoying. So sorry if you see this. Anyway, pretty much what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and clean up the room, because obviously bedding and everything needs to be changed. I'm gonna make some food first, actually, and I'm gonna see if I can do more work tonight. I think I probably can, because I do feel very high energy. I just need to eat, so that's the update. Quick check-in, I'm still looking rough. What I'm doing at the moment, I think it's an hour and a half since the end of that booking, and I ate. And I've cleaned, like literally spotlessly cleaned the work bedroom and bathroom, including my carpet cleaner. The issue is, and I didn't realize until I got that client in there and we like sort of opened the door and the scent kind of hit, and I'd been in there earlier in the morning. It smelled a little bit musky. It's the water in the carpet, which management of the building is going to come and have a look at on Monday. Pretty much I've run around with my carpet cleaner, cleaning the entire carpet in the hopes that it will help with the scent. I've also gone around with nil odor, which is normally for cat pee, but I'm hoping that might help with the musky smell. So I've done all of that and cleaned that bathroom. Now I really need to clean my bathroom, which is dirty. So this is probably going to take me a little bit. I am pretty slack with keeping my bathroom clean. I mostly care about the client's one because that's what they're seeing. Like it's not feral, but it's not spotless. This has to be cleaned because my client tomorrow is actually in a wheelchair. And that bathroom, you can't fit into it in a wheelchair. This one he can. So he's going to be using my bathroom, and it's filthy. I shouldn't say filthy. That makes me sound like a grub. It's not disgusting. Like, it really isn't. It's just not up to the standard I want it to. So I'm going to work on that now, and then I'm going to carpet clean my bedroom's carpet as well to get rid of the scent. Guys, just checking in again. It's now a couple minutes past 9, and I've stuck my available now back on, I think it was like 5 minutes to 9. I'm just starting to try to touch up my makeup. I'm not going to fully redo it, but just in case somebody wants me like super short notice, I figured I should at least fix the foundation so it's not like half off my face. Anyway, I just realized I had like a massive brain fart, and I actually had like 4 different inquiries, 2 of which look completely legitimately serious, come through while I was in that booking. And for some reason, it must have been me like quickly glimpsing at them while I was in the booking or something. And so I saw the notifications but never actually fully click the message and open it. My phone gives me like a rundown of what's going to be in the message, so I can see like an overview of it, which is just such a great upgrade on the new fucking iPhone. I guess it's the new iOS, whatever it is. Anyway, that's not important. I'd completely forgotten to reply to 2 people. I've been running around cleaning and stuff, just like it's been a couple hours, like probably 2 hours I could have replied to them. None of them were for today, so it's okay, but fuck me. Sometimes my brain is just, it's off with the fucking fairies. Oh guys, sorry for the late check-in. To be honest, I did forget about the vlog. I've been to the gym this morning and gotten fully ready. I think it's around about 2 o'clock, maybe like between 1:30 and 2 anyway, on a Thursday, and I have a booking at 6:30 that's already confirmed. Right now, I'm gonna run across to the grocery store and hope that bread or milk, I'll be happy with either, is restocked over there because I don't have any left. And I also wanna get some lactose-free up and goes because I mentioned to a client that I would make sure I have some, and just that sort of stuff. So a few little staples, a bag of groceries, and then I'm going to pop my available now on. I really don't think I'll get any work before this pre-booking because normally the work that comes through is late at night, so I'm not really expecting anything, but I'm going to put it on anyway just in case. I'm back from getting groceries, but I did also have a package which I've just quickly unboxed on TikTok. I haven't put the groceries away yet. I was like, oh, it makes more sense to do that first. Probably didn't, but I'm sure the groceries are fine. It's not like they've been out of the fridge for a very long time. Anyway, let me quickly show you the gifts that I got. So this client of mine gifted me a $100 Dimmix, I think it's pronounced Dimmix or Dimox gift card. So I was able to pick out the books that I wanted with the $100, which I really like the concept of. I normally read a lot of true crime. That's kind of my thing, my go-to, and I do really enjoy reading those kinds of books. But something that I've wanted to be getting into for a while is classics, and in a couple other vlogs I did purchase some like classic book sets. And when I had the gift card, and obviously it wasn't my own money buying it because I can't really justify the price tag on beautiful collectible hardcover copies when I have to pay for them, which is really stingy, I know. But when it's somebody else's gift to me, then I can justify it. So, first book I got was The Handmaid's Tale. I have never read this, heard a lot of things about this, and it's something that I really do want to read. I also love that it's like a beautiful, like proper fancy hardcover copy. Anyway, this was $36.99, price tag is on the back, so quite pricey. Then the second book that I chose was even more expensive. This is Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief. This is a beautiful book. I think this is the most beautiful book I have in my collection. All of this is foiled, it reflects. There is like a lightning bolt down the side of the pages. This is so beautiful. This was $50, so yeah, this is a pricey book. But this is something that I'll have forever, and it's beautiful inside. Like, so this is like a kid's, sort of like a kid's classic, if that makes sense. Anyway, absolutely beautiful inside. And yeah, this is something that was on my wish list for quite a while. So not all the pages are illustrated, just some of them are. Yeah, it is more of a kid's story, but this is definitely a classic and it needed to be in the collection. So I am very excited to have both of these. So thank you so much to the gentleman who gifted me the gift card. The other $10 that was left on the gift card went to pay for the postage because they had to be posted to me because I was stuck in the cyclone at the time I was ordering them. But yeah, thank you so much. And I love that they're fancy hardcovers. There is a little bit of a scuff on this one. I think I can probably try to wipe it off or something, but yeah, thank you. Thank you again. Quick little vlog check-in. I've had my available now on and got like my collabs and some other stuff like uploading reels and shorts and stuff like that done. So I had my available now on for about 4 hours. It'll be 4 hours in half an hour when this starts, and literally no messages have come through, not even time wasters. So at least I tried. I wasn't expecting anything during the day, as I said earlier. Anyway, I've got like 28 minutes until this booking gets here. So I'm gonna show you guys my outfit. It's just an hour, and again, I've seen the client before. I think everything's organized and ready to go. Again, there's still a little bit of a musky smell. I think to me, it smells better than it did yesterday. I did carpet clean all of the carpets, like literally was like on all fours scrubbing it yesterday. And I also got like that disinfectant spray, which I've sprayed all over the carpet as well, just hoping that it will kill some of the smell. I don't really know. I think it smells better, but yeah, until they fix it on Monday, I think we're just gonna have to keep putting up with it. So that's the update. I'm gonna show you guys my outfit and then I will check in with you after this booking. Don't have my shoes on yet, obviously. I do have little sparkly flats that are over near the door. This is the dress, which was a gift from one of my clients who'll probably watch this at some point. I do really, really love this dress. It's super cute. I do wish I had ironed it. I don't think it looks that bad, but you can definitely see some crinkles, particularly on the bottom. So yeah, and the back. It's really, really cute. It goes shorter at the side and longer at the front and at the back. So I'm gonna wear this for my booking. Again, it's just an hour, so they're kind of in and out the hours. Bit of a chat, bit of fun, then they head off. So hopefully I'll get some more work after that. This quick little check-in after that booking. He came with chocolates. How many of these have I been eating this week? It's really bad. At least I've been going to the gym every day. Tell myself that it's okay. I've already eaten 2. This is my 3rd one. Anyway, really great booking. And I thought it was an hour, as I've said in the vlog. It was an hour and a half. Which I'm super grateful for. That's my only booking today. So like the extra half an hour was actually very, very appreciated. I don't know what that puts us on. I think, because we were at like 6,800, right? And now I've 1,350. So 7, 8. We're somewhere around $8,000 towards the $20,000 goal for this week, which is great. We are getting like slightly closer to it, an extra 450 towards it. I think I'm still, without my pre-bookings, like $3.5 grand off of that goal. So that means I need to still be doing short notice tonight, which I'm gonna do. I have just had a rinse. I'm going to change the bedding in that room so that it's all clean for the next person. Let the cats out and feed them and like switch my available now back on. Fingers crossed I can get some more work because I would really love to hit this goal. But yeah, this week is just crazy busy and I'm loving it. I had such a good booking, client's so great. We did say yapping a little bit over time just because I needed information about something. I won't go into great detail on that in this booking, but in this part of the vlog, but I needed info and the client had the info. So we were just talking a little bit over time, which is great because I needed the information. Anyway, that's the update. I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna go and clean that room. Guys, quick little vlog check-in. I am looking a bit of a grub. I've actually rubbed off most of my makeup by this point. It's about midnight and I've had one time waster message come through, and he's been contacting me since I literally started doing this job like years ago. Obviously was a time waster, was trying to call me, all that. And I've had another one very similar to last night that sent through an inquiry for next week, but didn't actually have a date, like just the whole storyline of like, yeah, I'm going to be in Brisbane next week. What's your availability? And like, just for safety reasons, I'm never going to like list out to somebody, I'm available. Thank you, Rupert. I'm available Monday, 5 till 8 p.m, Tuesday, 11 till 12 in the morning. Like, I'm not going to list every single time slot I have for the entire week to a client that I don't know. Like, if it was a client of mine that I'd already seen before, maybe. I don't know why they would need the entire week's availability. But it's like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, part of me gets a bit paranoid that it's them trying to work out like when I would be home and when I wouldn't be home. And another part of me just thinks that they're time wasting. I don't know. I don't really feel comfortable with that. So I always say to them like, hey, could you give me like what dates and times would work for you? Because you're not available 24/7 for an entire week, right? Like, that's not possible. So say you're available like 3 days after 8 p.m. Just tell me that, so at least I have something to work with. Anyway, this one just said that he's going to be in Brisbane next week, but cannot give me a date and time. And I'm like, why are they messaging? Put Rupert in the shot because you want to see him. Why are they messaging me about this fucking booking if they're not ready to pay a deposit? Because my ad is so fucking clear on that. Anyway, that's all that's been going on. I am bored. I am very bored. I'm irritated that nothing's happening. Oh, I did also have a 30-minute inquiry come through from someone who said that they watched me, but they didn't follow any instructions. I had to like drag out the information. And when they asked for a 30-minute, I then further clarified and said, hey, just confirming that you understand that most of the services are not included in a 30-minute. It's just a basic quickie. And then he went quiet. Ghosted. It's just so annoying. It's just so annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna try to stay up until 2, so another 2 hours. So then I've done 6 hours waiting for short notice and 4 hours last night. I don't know. I would have expected to get something by now, like something, even if it was just an hour. Win some, we lose some, right? I can only do my best, and I'm just gonna keep trying to get any extra work that I can. An hour until I switch my available now off, and there is literally nothing happening. I did, however, just spend 20 minutes arguing with an idiot, and let me tell you about it, okay? I shouldn't call him an idiot. I think he's a scammer is what he is. Anyway, thank you, Rupert, for chiming in to this vlog. So, Rupert, shh for a second. You're disrupting the audio. So I get an inquiry from this guy, and I've heard from him twice before, and he's always contacted me when my available now is not on. So for me, that's already a red flag. Like, somebody that doesn't understand just basic, that like somebody that doesn't have a basic understanding that we're human beings. And if our available now isn't on, we're not just sitting around waiting for you to come and stick an eggplant in us. You know what I mean? Like, it just gives inconsiderate. But anyway, I try not to be snappy. I'm trying to learn some patience. So I do engage with the inquiry, but there are a couple red flags in the inquiry in the first place. 1, he doesn't give a name or age. 2, he mentions white male, good looking. If you're a worker, you know, like, it's the, I think I'm better than other people, I should get special treatment, like, I'm a good looking guy, I'm going to be such a treat of a client, all your other clients must be ugly. And the fact they need to specify they're white just grinds my gears. And I know that's probably unjustified, but it gives me like an ick, like a real ick, to be like, I'm white. Like, excuse me? Do you think that makes you better than anyone else? My ad certainly does not ask for anyone's race, okay? Anyway, all that was in the inquiry, but of course, I'm trying to be patient. I'm like, oh yes, we need more money for the goal, so I will be polite. And I do. I be very polite. He wants an out call to a private residence. And I say, okay, darling, as you've read on the ad, I need your photo ID for a private residence. And he goes, oh, I'm not comfortable with that. It's one of the $5 million apartments on the waterfront. He specified the area, and they are pricey. And I'm like, So you think that means you don't have to give me ID because your apartment is $5 million, Mr. Posh Man. Already rubbing me the wrong way. But again, I'm trying to be patient. So I'm like, okay, just chill, Lil, take a fucking second, be nice. And then he goes to me, like, as I've continued on the conversation, he goes, I can't pay you in any way other than crypto. And I'm like, okay, well, I can take crypto payments. I can take your payment via Bitcoin. But it takes some time for Bitcoin to mine, as one of my clients has taught me before. You need a certain amount of time for it to get a certain amount of confirmations, and I need 2 or 3 confirmations to confirm that I'm really getting that transfer. And he is arguing to the hills that it is instant, and there is no reason why it shouldn't be instant. And I'm like, this is fishy, buddy. This is really fishy. Bitcoin transfers have never been instant. You can look it up. It literally, like typing it into Google, it says 10 minutes to over an hour, okay? And that's like per block, and you just don't know how long it's going to take. And I'm not going to sit there like in his living room waiting to get 3 confirmations. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, I try to explain to him, and I literally try to school him on this shit because he clearly has no fucking idea what he's talking about. He's like, well, I bought my AMG that was $120,000 all in Ether and it was instant. And I'm like, well, I don't know anything about Ether, but I'm like, that's not Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is not instant, cunt. So anyway, we had a fight for literally like 20 minutes. And I just said to him, I'm like, mate, it is giving scam. It is giving fishy. Like, I don't want to be around that. You know, you're refusing to give photo ID. You're somehow in this big McMansion apartment that's worth $5 million, which I guess I would have seen when I actually got out there if it really was, you know, if he really had access to the property. You want to pay me via crypto, but you're not willing to listen to me about how long it takes for the Bitcoin to actually appear on my end, and I don't want to be scammed. The entire thing was just 1, fishy, and 2, the little hints he was dropping in the entire inquiry were giving like gloating, cocky man. And while that's not a reason why I wouldn't see somebody, I know that's not a client I would like or enjoy. In the past, I have looked past comments like that, like my $120,000 AMG and my $5 million house, and I'm a white, good-looking man. I've looked past it because it's my job to literally go and see people, all different kinds of people, right? But I never mesh with those kinds of clients. While yes, I do see some incredibly wealthy clients, they're very cocky, like telling me that, you know, a property's worth $5 million, like one strike is not a big deal, but it's like all these things. It's just the entire thing together. I'm like, we would never mesh. I would never mesh with this client. Like, I would never get along with him. That's just not my thing. I like down to earth clients. I like the mining boys. I like the tradies. And the very wealthy that I have are very chill. They're the kind of guys you would not know that they had that much money. They're the ones that I like. They're the ones that I just effortlessly get along with. That's what I enjoy. Anyway, this has been a long fucking story, hasn't it? I'm sure you're sick of listening to me yap. Clearly didn't take the booking. And I've tried to see if I can find anything about who this dude might be, and I can't. So I have no fucking clue. Anyway, if he ever watches this, stop trying to scam girls, you fuckwit. That's enough of that.